Oh yes, mates! Rocking the house tonight! I'm DJ Carl Cox, and I'm actually an English DJ. A lot of people think I'm American, but hopefully this puts the story straight. And my family used to have parties at home, and my father used to buy all the records, and they were kind of like late 60s into the 70s. So they would set up a turntable, and we used to have a mono tape player, and this was something where we used to record all the records and be able to go through phono and tape on the player. And this is kind of early mixing for me, you know, that's proper old school right there. But this is how I, was introducing music on a non-stop basis, and all of this was going on while I was 8 to 9 years old. So I still didn't understand exactly what I was doing, but what I did know is that every time I chose a record, people were dancing to it and enjoying it. So I had already had an inkling of where I was going to end up eventually in my lifetime. I started finding out about beat mixing and cutting and scratching music when I started to hear Grandmaster Flash, Cool DJ Herc, Melly Mel, and all this kind of Sugar Hill stuff at the time. Malcolm McLaren also was a big influence. So seeing the DJs create the scratching and the art of beat mixing and everything is what I wanted to perfect. So I would stay in days on end and not even have my own turntables. A friend of mine got a set of early 1200s Technics, and I'll be around his house mixing 2 copies of Good Times for hours until I got it right. I first was into electronic music when I heard the first jacking record. Really, it was a band called Chip E and a record called Time to Jack, and it's the very first 12-inch that I bought. When I bought this record and played it to a lot of people that was coming to my parties at the time, they thought I'd freaked out by listening to this music, because it wasn't done by a band, it was done by a guy running machines and sequences. I absolutely fell in love with the sound, and I never looked back really since then. But with my hip-hop skills at the time, I was also applying those hip-hop skills to become a 3-deck turntablist.
One thing's for sure, we've had a fucking great season. Thank you very much, Space. Muchas gracias, each and every one of you, for coming down tonight and making it so special for me. It ain't over yet. Laura Garnier, DJ Marky in the house. Many thanks to Angel and Love, and of course all their DJs as well, performing right here for you. One more record to go right here on the terrace for the last time.
within a set of what I do in the night, I could be playing vocals, breaks, acid house, old school, techno, classic records from the 70s, and with remixes on top of that. Even though people will say, yeah, this Coldplay's techno, if you really hear this, what I do is an element of all types of music. Funk, jazz, soul, bit of reggae in there, you know, even a little bit of rock and roll, you know. It's got all elements of everything. It's just that I play it with passion and energy and confidence also.